Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest edition of the Chiswick Coffee Break. I'm really pleased that today my guest is Aubrey Crawley. Hello, Aubrey. Thank you so much for doing this.
Hi, Jeannie. Finally, we get to do it.
Yeah, I know it's taken a while, but I'm delighted. So let me tell you a little bit about Aubrey. Aubrey grew up in South Africa and moved to the UK when he was 21. He worked in finance media for 24 years, including positions at NBC Universal, Diageo, and VistaJet. Things started to change for Aubrey when he got into Instagramming about 4 years ago. He is now what I would definitely call an influencer and does Chiswick proud by sharing wonderful images and promoting our great local independent businesses for which he has a passion. Aubrey is a budding photographer, and his pictures are well admired by many and have been used in various mainstream publications. Aubrey started the West London Queer Project 2 years ago. West London Queer Project is a nonprofit community interest company, a CIC, driven by the desire to connect, support, and give voice to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer, and other sexual and gender identifying people in West London. The organization aims to improve the lives of LGBTQ plus people in West London and beyond. They offer fun events, a safe space, a welcoming, supportive, and safe environment to uplift, empower, and connect, as well as an advocacy, awareness raising, and change-making activities among local policymakers. From comedy nights, drag queen bingos, cinema sing-alongs right there at the Chiswick Cinema, parents and kids picnics, sporting events, and Saturday morning group walks, West London Queer Project has just exploded on the scene, and there is so much more in the pipeline. So thank you so much, Aubrey, for being my guest today.
It's a pleasure.
Finally gotten you. So I'm going to jump in there. South Africa, a long while ago, you've landed in. How did you find Chiswick? Why Chiswick?
Chiswick was actually by accident. I was living in Ealing for about 15 years, and a friend of mine and I decided to move in together. And we didn't actually have any specific area we wanted to move to. And we found a flat in Chiswick and moved here. And bizarrely, I'd never been to Chiswick. And when I did move here, I didn't even realize how close it was to the river. Mm-hmm. And I think the love of photography and the early morning walks and all that all kind of happened at the same time. So yeah, love Chiswick.
So photography was in your blood for a long time, wasn't it then?
Well, my dad actually said when I was younger, I said I wanted to be a photographer, but I don't remember that.
Somehow maybe it's ingrained in your head.
Yeah.
And your photography often happens at very, very early mornings of the hour. So you're an early bird. Why do you wake up so early?
I just love early mornings. I think, especially living in a city that's always busy and polluted, and to be able to get the opportunity to walk around. And, during the summer, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, there's no one around. So it's absolutely beautiful. It's peaceful. The air is clean. It's like my meditation. And obviously, Chiswick being so beautiful and loving photography, it's just ticks so many boxes for me.
So the West London Queer Project, how did that come about?
It actually wasn't intentional. Through Instagram, I had a friend of mine and a local pub approached me about helping start a cabaret night and to help them to market it, basically. The friend then ended up moving to Spain, and I was left with the pub manager. And we had a discussion, and and this was during lockdown. So we just started doing a Sunday social. And week on week, more and more people came. And then we went back into lockdown, and I kind of forgot about it. And I started getting a lot of messages from people just saying, thank you so much. I made new friends. I met my partner. We got me out of the house during a really difficult time. And that's when I thought there's something definitely in this. That's when I came up with the name, which I still sometimes struggle with because the word queer has been a very derogatory word for so many years. Mm-hmm. But I thought, this is how people are identifying these days. It's, people are owning the word now, and the young people seem to love it. So I went with it. I sometimes still hear it and think, oh my God. But we are where we are, and I'm glad I chose the name. And yeah, since then we've just been going from strength to strength, engaging with local authorities. And especially in the last few months, I've had schools, making contact with us, churches, other local charities. So there's definitely something in it.
Oh, God. Yeah. I mean, and you're so supportive. You use, besides obviously the working with the local authorities, you're using so many great local venues and things like that. So you're still supporting local independent businesses and things.
Yeah, that's very important to me too.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And the events are just growing and growing. So fantastic. So, I mean, do you have plans? Do you have future plans for West London Queer Project?
Yeah, definitely. I think as it's growing and I'm engaging more with people that are coming to our events, I'm finding there's a bigger need for mental health and social well-being. So we are taking a different direction. We won't lose the event side of it, but I think the part that you're going to notice growing a lot more in the next few months and years is that side of things. I'm not sure the shape or form it's going to take yet, but we are engaging with a lot of different people and organizations and charities and things. So watch the space.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. And I mean, I think you said to me, I know you work with the Hounslow Council, etc., but other local authorities are now latching on in terms of, which is fabulous. Fantastic, Aubrey. Final question. I always finish with this question. Where's your favorite spot in Chiswick?
That would be wrong for me to say. Like, well, choose your favorite child. I'm so passionate about Chiswick, and I love everything about Chiswick. And I want to continue helping support local independent businesses. And there's many of them. So if you've never been here before, then I highly recommend it and come along. And, the fact that we've got these Sunday markets now, which are just helping local businesses and really putting Chiswick on the map, is incredible.
Yeah, the flower market, the cheese market, the vintage market, and hopefully another one as we
Yeah, you were at that meeting. There's a fourth Sunday going.
That would be fantastic. I agree with you with that, choosing your favorite child, but you do like the river, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm an Aquarian with a water bearer. I like being near water, so.
Well, you're not hurting anybody's feelings, particularly by just saying you love
the water. Yeah.
love the water. Thank you, Aubrey. It's been fantastic. I've been after you for a long while to do this, and I really appreciate it. And best of luck with everything the West London Queer Project, and look forward to seeing your pictures online, as I do all the time. So
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Quick shout out, Jeannie. This is actually the Chiswick Cinemas bar. I'm not at home.
That would be a nice home for West.
Exactly, I know.
It's a lovely bar, and then Chiswick Cinema is very supportive of you as well.
Yes, definitely so.
No, that's fantastic. So thank you. And thank you, everybody, for tuning into this latest edition of the Chiswick Coffee Break, and hope to see you next time.